What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to today's watch along here on Mundo Sporto. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United travelled to the Etihad to take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, who are on, quite simply, an outstanding run of form right now. It's a very interesting game. I'll run through the starting 11s for everybody before we get going. Apologies, I made a mess up of the first one. This is my second attempt at doing this intro, so I do apologise for that one, but hopefully we'll be all good to go now in a second. Again, it's a massive game, and I'm interested to see what way both teams go about their job today. So let's have a look at the starting 11s anyway for the game and see how both sets of fans feel. Right, 1 second, let me get this out. For the home side, Manchester City, they've gone for Ederson in goal, João Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, John Stones and Zinchenko. Then it's Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri and Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling. Manchester United, obviously Dean Henderson remains in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof make up the back four. Then there's Fred and Scott McTominay in the Houlden role for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Dan James and Anthony Martial keep their place in the starting lineup as well. And as always, folks, I want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, the One Football app. Without the guys at the One Football app, we wouldn't be able to be here today doing what we do. You know the One Football app by now. It is the best football app out there, bar none. You can download it from either the link in the description of the stream, or you can go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. It is entirely free. It's got all your statistics, latest scores, breaking news, transfer gossip, video content, everything that you need in one class free football app. We couldn't do it without the folks at the One Football app. They are so good to many football content creators, and we really do appreciate them being with us here, and we will be with them for the next 11 games or so here on Mundo Sporto. So thank you to the folks at the One Football app. Please do download it. Use our link in the description. It lets them know that we sent you over, and I hope that we're in for an enjoyable game today, because I'm absolutely fuming after that Liverpool result, folks, as I'm sure you can expect. Mark said, am I retiring from YouTube? Unless a white knight comes in that allows me to go full-time, mate, between now and June, yes, I am going to be quitting YouTube, mate, in June. The channels won't. The channels will remain on no matter what I do, but I've explained it a couple of times. I don't really have it in me to go through it again, but yeah, man, as things stand, in June, I'll be seeing out the Euros, and then I'll be packing up my mic and saying my goodbyes. But you know, there's a long time between now and then, so let's enjoy it. Let's see what happens, and you never know. Maybe Elon Musk will come in and be able to make me go and go full-time at this malarkey. But whatever happens, I'm at peace with it, and I want to enjoy the time that I have left. So let's run through those starting 11s one more time real quick, because I know there's some people coming in late. Manchester City have gone for Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones and Zinchenko. Midfield then of De Bruyne, Rodri and Gundogan. Up front, Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling. Manchester United obviously have Dean Henderson back in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, Luke Shaw gets the nod at left back, then it's Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, which is, I know, not the partnership that a lot of Manchester United fans prefer. A lot of Manchester United fans I know prefer Eric Bailly in there alongside Maguire. Then in midfield, it's Fred and Scott McTominay, then Dan James, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial. On the bench for both sides, Kyle Walker, Sergio Aguero, Stefan, Laporte, Silva, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho and Foden. For United, it's Bailly, Greenwood, Grant, Diallo, Telles, Matic, Brandon Williams, Tuanzebe and Shortire. That's the 11 and the subs that both managers have gone with. I'm going to do my best to take you through the game and keep you up to date with the commentary and stuff as well as we go along. And yeah, do I have any socials you can follow me on? Yes, at Craig Houlden is my personal Twitter account, mate. That's let me just write it in the chat for you, because it is spelled differently than you probably think. So 1 second. No, that's not that one. Right, so that's my personal Twitter account. Got into the chat there now. Anfield Agenda and Mundo Sporto, of course, have all their channels as well. Anfield Agenda on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Mundo Sporto on Twitter and Instagram as well. So please feel free to give both those socials a follow. I'm on private on Twitter, so, you know, if I like the look of you, I'll let you follow. If I think you're going to be there to just wind me up, then I probably won't. But look, ladies and gents, this is made up for an intriguing game today. As you can see, we've gone past 14,000 subs on the channel as well. Thanks to your amazing support for that. So look, let's sit back and see what happens today. City could take one step closer to that Premier League crown, or Manchester United could pull up a shock and cement their second place spot. But it is all set up for an intriguing affair, and as I said, we are brought to you today with thanks to the good folks at the One Football app. Everything you need in one fantastic app. And we're on the way here at Old Trafford, or excuse me, at the Etihad. So yeah, the One Football app, everything you need, link in the description. You know what to do. Right, ball goes out, throw in here. Immediately, Manchester City right hand side, and Marcus Rashford is holding his lower back after 17 seconds of the game. João Cancelo takes the throw and throws it in field. Rashford wins it back for United, has a run at that City defence. Second ball breaks to Anthony Martial. He's brought down, that's a penalty to Manchester United inside the first 30 seconds, and it's a penalty. It's nailed on. It is lazy challenge. Martial did well. No argument whatsoever about that. Look, he goes across. Yep, penalty, 100%. Referee points to the spot. Yep, stood on his foot. Can't argue about that. Gabriel Jesus gives Manchester United a great chance to break the deadline already. We're into a minute into the game, but a penalty for Manchester United, and look, you can't argue with it. It was a nailed on penalty. It was a ridiculous challenge from Gabriel Jesus, and Manchester United could potentially be off to the perfect start here. It would be Bruno Fernandes to step up to take it. Big moment this in the derby. Big moment. Referees making sure everybody's outside the area. Bruno Fernandes standing square on to the ball. Here comes the run-up. Fernandes scores, just about scores, but scores nonetheless. And Manchester United have the lead in the derby. Bruno Fernandes covers his ears in his celebration. Ederson got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. And Gabriel Jesus' ridiculous foul, unnecessary foul, but absolutely was a foul, gives Manchester United the penalty. Fernandes sticks it away, and United are 1-0 up in the derby. And Manchester United fans probably cannot believe how good a start that is for their side. This will really set up this game, I feel, folks. And fair play to Fernandes. He stepped up. Big moment from Gabriel Jesus is fuming because he knows that he caused that penalty. Referee was spot on to award it, and Fernandes tucks it away, and it's 1-0 to Manchester United after just a couple of minutes. Gundogan now for City. He goes back to Zinchenko. Ederson. Diaz. United have won it back again with Bruno Fernandes. He fires it looking for Rashford, but Manchester City intercept and clear their lines. I'm doing okay, buddy. Love right back to India. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Again, United have a chance. Shot fired by Shaw, and it's straight at Ederson. Let me just have a little go at Mr. Scouse. Craig, support your local, you plastic. Pretending you're from Liverpool, mate, and trying to come in and have a pop doesn't make any difference to me. For all I know, you could be living next door to me, mate. So I'll support whoever the hell I want. But thank you so much for letting me know that I'm in your head, mate, because you've come across on both channels. So if I need to start paying rent for the space I'm taking up in your head, let me know, mate, and I'll sort that out. But enjoy your xenophobic views. Enjoy knowing that I'm right inside that little noggin of yours, pal. And you know what? Mwah! There's a little kiss for you as well, fella. 4 minutes gone here. Another ball in. United have certainly started the better side here, and City look rattled at the tempo United have started with. Cancelo now. Back to John Stones. Ball back with Ederson. 4.5 minutes gone here in the Manchester derby. United 1-0 up, courtesy of a Bruno Fernandes penalty after about 2 minutes, I'd say. Again, anyone coming in late, no doubt about the penalty. It was a stupid challenge from Gabriel Jesus on Anthony Martial. Fernandes stepped up and tucked it away, and now the onus is on City here to see if they can get back into the game. Lindelof for United. He goes back to Dean Henderson. Diaz, Stones. What do we think? Any neutrals out there? I know obviously we've a lot of City fans, a lot of United fans in with us, but I want to know the thoughts from the neutrals. Do you think that this early goal will open the game up, or will it set the tempo for maybe United sitting back to counter and Manchester City looking to pick their way through the line? I'm always intrigued on the psychology behind an early goal in a game of football. Riyad Mahrez now. He goes back to Ederson. Ederson puts his foot through it, launches the ball long. Lindelof heads it down. Luke Shaw, he gives it away though. De Bruyne now for Manchester City. His pass is intercepted by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who carries it out for United right hand side. Plays it into Fernandes. Fernandes has a bit of space, plays the ball into the channel, looking for the pace of Anthony Martial. Cancelo stays with him, but Martial gets there, and I think the referee gives the throw into Manchester United left hand side. Cheers, Bobby. Shaw with the throw in now, left hand side for United. Goes back to Maguire. Maguire fires the ball back to Lindelof. Lindelof carries it forward, spreads it out right hand side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He fires the ball up the line to Dan James. Scott McTominay now. Again, takes no chances, goes back to Lindelof, and Lindelof across to Harry Maguire. Rashford does well, turns there, but there's a couple of players that clips his ankle. That'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Again, João Cancelo unhappy with the decision from the ref. Well, to me, it looked like he had his ankle clipped. I think it's a clear and obvious free for United. Gents, obviously United fans said City are clueless. Martial is back. Ole is superb. Thank you for the super chat, mate. 7 minutes gone here. A chance for United to get a delivery into the box. Fernandes standing over the free kick. It's way too far out for a shot, but a decent angle to get in across. Luke Shaw it is to force that cross in. Headed away by Diaz. Second ball breaks. Dan James gets his head to it and Manchester City win it back. Left hand side with Zinchenko. He fires the ball out to Raheem Sterling. Sterling cuts inside looking for support. Lays it off to Gundogan. Back to Raheem Sterling. Zinchenko. John Stones has it now for City. He fires the ball into Mahrez. A little triangle here from City just in the right hand side of United's half. Mahrez switches the angle across now. Diaz. Through the lines to Gundogan. Good bit of footwork by Gundogan. Works it out left hand side to Raheem Sterling. Sterling goes down the line. Ball across. Maguire's there to cut it out. But City have it back now. Sterling. Aaron Wan-Bissaka clears it. Fernandes flicks it on, but only as far as a Manchester City player. Gundogan with a strike. Henderson gets behind it and gets a decent save in. First real tester there for Manchester City of the United keeper, but Dean Henderson watched it all the way, got his body right behind it and made it look comfortable. I think something happened to McTominay, so the ref's just going to give a drop ball here back to United anyway. They were in possession one way or the other, so 9 minutes gone at the Etihad. City 0, Manchester United 1. That goal came, as I said, courtesy of a Stonewall penalty that Bruno Fernandes tucked away. What's going on at Anfield? Sorry for you, Craig, mate. Look, I just did my match reaction over there, and it was just nothing but anger. It's probably the most angry I've been in a post-match reaction in the 3 years I've been on the channel, and it kills me to be that way, but it's unacceptable. But look, we're here today to cover this game, so let's talk about the derby. I've loads of time to talk Liverpool stuff on the other channel. Maguire, he flicks it out left side, but it goes straight at a play. It'll be a throw into Manchester City. But as always, mate, thank you for the super chat. Folks, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. Appreciate you being with us today here on Mundo Sporto. Again, we wouldn't be here without the good folks of the One Football app. So if you haven't already downloaded that app, you know what to do. Link in the description, or just go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Free kick now to Manchester City inside their own half. John Stones. Cross to Diaz. Diaz to Rodri. Pressure comes on from Fernandes. Forces City to go at left side. Zinchenko. De Bruyne. McTominay's won it back now for Manchester United. He fires a nice ball through to Fernandes, who flicks it round the side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Dan James now. Fred does well. Referee plays a good advantage to United. McTominay has the ball. Maguire. Left hand side to Luke Shaw. Shaw, a little ball inside to Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes back to the halfway line to Harry Maguire. McTominay. Lindelof. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now, right hand channel. Fires the ball up the line. United have it back though. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Little 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes. Ball back now to Victor Lindelof. Again out right hand side to Bruno Fernandes. Patience from Manchester United. It's I think they're trying to make sure they keep possession, don't let City dominate the ball and make City work and try and tire them out by making them be the team that chases the ball for a while. It's it's not often you get to see that against the City side. Usually City dominate the ball. Free kick here though for Manchester City. Referee Anthony Taylor adjudged Fernandes to have fouled the City player, so free kick to them, left hand side. Stones, he's fouled. Will be another free kick to City just inside the centre circle. Your Mundo Spectacular, your channel's amazing. Thank you, pal. I love that Mundo Spectacular. Mundo Spectacular, Mundo Magnifico. Sorry, I just had to sing something because I'm just trying to put myself in a good mood after that shit show from my team. McTominay to Fred. Fred, ball back in field to Bruno Fernandes. It's back with Lindelof. Dan James. Martial. Fernandes tries to flick forward, but it's intercepted by Zinchenko and he goes back to Ederson. John Stones now out right hand side. Cancelo. Diaz now for City. Back across to Stones. 13 minutes on the clock. Stones moves it out left hand side to Zinchenko. Now Raheem Sterling. He's forced back. Rodri. Zinchenko. Back to Ruben Diaz. Again to John Stones. De Bruyne then gets a sloppy pass, miscontrols it, and it goes out for Manchester United throw-in. Roberto Firmino said, and people call us Liverpool. It was a stonewall penalty, mate. I mean, I'd be happy to sit here and say it wasn't a penalty as much as anyone else, but it was nailed on penalty. There can't be any arguments about that. Mahrez. Gundogan. Liz said, Craig, you're a true professional. I can't even speak right now. It's taken me a long time, Liz, to be able to compartmentalise my feelings, to turn them off, to come on to do this channel. But I promise you, mate, when I finish this game and I switch off for the evening, all my thoughts will be going right back to the problems we have at Liverpool. I promise you that. It would be unfair of me to come on here, though, and not call this game as it should be called, you know, without anything to do with Liverpool, because this is a Manchester derby. But I appreciate the kind words. It's taken me a while to learn to be able to do that. Gundogan to Rodri. Ruben Diaz now carries it forward for City, goes out right hand side to Stones. Mahrez. Back to Stones. Rodri, he flicks it back out to John Stones. Pressure comes on from United and Stones is forced back to Diaz. He rolls it across to Ederson. On comes the pressure from Bruno Fernandes. Ederson calmly rolls it out left hand side to Zinchenko. He cuts inside. Rolls the ball up the line to Rodri. Rodri now has Gundogan in the middle if he needs him, but decides to give it to Raheem Sterling up the line. Sterling's hustled out of it by Scott McTominay, who fires the ball infield to Fred. His miscontrol allows Manchester City to turn it over, but in fairness to Fred, he comes back and wins it. Fernandes now fires the ball in, looking for the run of Marcus Rashford. Stones gets there ahead though for Manchester City, and he rolls it up the line to De Bruyne. Again, a sloppy pass from De Bruyne gives it straight to Fred, who feeds Marcus Rashford. Rashford now the strike. It's an easy enough save there for Ederson, but again, you don't expect that from Kevin De Bruyne. That's 2 bits of sloppiness in the past couple of minutes. Stones it was who had won the ball. He plays it into De Bruyne, and De Bruyne tries a pass in field, but it gives it straight to Fred, who rolls it to Rashford. Rashford gets it out of his feet, has a strike. Keeper gets behind it, but I think the keeper is unhappy with the ball pressure, which is, if it's the case, is how many times have we seen that this season with these balls? Stones to Rodri. Back to Ederson. Thank you, Paul, man. Appreciate it. I told you, I'm going to keep grinding it out, buddy. Goldbridge doing Ric Flairs. I mean, come on. That's my thing. I don't have many things, but I'm the Ric Flair guy. I actually messaged Mark Messon about that the other day when they hit 1 million. That's my thing. That's my little thing. I'm the Ric Flair dude. I haven't got to do any Ric Flairs in a while though, because there's not been many happy moments for me as a Liverpool fan. Again, a sloppy ball up the line from De Bruyne allows Shaw to intercept. He gives it back to Dean Henderson. Henderson puts his foot through it and launches it upfield. Fernandes to Fred. He carries the ball forward, plays the ball inside to Anthony Martial, who turns well. Rodri just about gets a foot in though, and it's back with Zinchenko. Thank you, Kyle. Really appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Ball over the top. Gabriel Jesus now. Strike. Good block by Lindelof. Shaw now. Back to Maguire. It's fed up the line, but City have it back. De Bruyne. Back to John Stones. Stones, nice little ball inside to Cancelo. Little triangle though, back to John Stones, who rolls it across to Ruben Diaz. Ball now at left hand side to Raheem Sterling. Zinchenko turns back and feeds it out left hand side to Sterling. Sterling up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka here. Rolls it across to Gundogan. Gundogan with a strike. It's high and wide, and it'll be a goal kick to Manchester United. Do you think we'll win a home game ever again? Yeah, I'm sure we will, mate. But God Almighty, 6 in a row. Only time it's ever happened. 5 was the only time it ever happened. 6 now is just, man. I'm trying to distract myself by just watching this, but inside I'm fuming. I won't lie to you. Ball upfield now. Martial, he's hustled out of it, but then does well to win it back. In fairness to him, carries the ball across field and rolls it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Back inside now to Scott McTominay. McTominay with a nice switch of play across to Luke Shaw, left hand side. Shaw waiting for support, not much on, so he goes back to Harry Maguire. Maguire now jaunts forward, gives it back to Luke Shaw. Fred fires the ball up the line, but there's nobody there, and it'll go straight at a play for a Manchester City throw-in. No need to thank me, Lee, man. I appreciate you being here and watching, fella. Thank you. Diaz to Zinchenko. Sterling back up the line to Zinchenko. Ball switched across now. John Stones. Mahrez. He's fouled. That'll be a free kick to City. They look to take it quickly, but Luke Shaw stands over it. Mahrez does eventually take it. Plays a little 1-2, has the ball back, switches to play across now to Diaz. Diaz goes out again to Zinchenko. He has a little run. Dan James tracks him, but he feeds a nice ball into Iker Gundogan. Gundogan's out there. He's got McTominay with him, trying to protect the ball. McTominay puts it out. It'll be a throw into Manchester City. 20 minutes gone, almost 21 minutes gone. United with the lead. A Bruno Fernandes penalty after a couple of minutes into the game. Ridiculous foul from Gabriel Jesus, which was a foul. I'm no arguments about the award in the decision. I just don't know what was going through his mind. Strike now from City. It's blocked by Lindelof. Sterling has it. Back to Zinchenko. He fires a cross in. It's cleared. Rashford heads it away. But it'll be coming straight back at them now. Ruben Diaz gives it across to John Stones. Stones looks up. Plays it out right hand side to Cancelo. Mahrez. Back to John Stones, who carries it forward. Goes past a couple of players. Feeds it out to João Cancelo. Step over from him, fires the ball in. Maguire clears it. Rashford has it now. His pace is taking him down this left-hand channel. He's inside looking for support. Goes past a couple of players. Eventually loses out. Probably could have done a bit better with that, in all honesty. He was waiting for support, but I think he took the wrong decision. He should have probably went round the outside. But Manchester City have it back now with De Bruyne. Feeds it across to Cancelo. Down the line to Reed Mahrez. Mahrez up against Luke Shaw. Cuts inside, goes past a couple of players, goes past another one. Eventually the ball breaks to De Bruyne, who feeds it out to Sterling. Sterling cuts inside. He's brought down. Referee says no, get up. It'd be interesting to see a replay of that one, but we carry on as things stand. Gundogan gives it out left hand side to De Bruyne. De Bruyne now fires across in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a leg to it. Zinchenko. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Back to Gundogan. Stones. Ball out right hand side now to Reed Mahrez. Mahrez feeds it back inside. John Stones. Back to Mahrez. He goes up the line to Cancelo, who has a bit of space now right hand side. Cross comes in. It's headed away by Maguire, and it'll go out for a throw in. Let's have a look at this potential penalty shout from City. I don't know if it's Sterling running into Fred, but strike from De Bruyne. It's a good save from Dean Henderson. I don't really think there was anywhere Fred could go there, in fairness. I think Sterling more ran out of space. Rodri. Anyway, we're back underway, so either way, no penalty decision. Sterling. Back to Diaz. Sterling. He tries to switch, but Rashford intercepts it. Fred then gives it away, and Riyad Mahrez has it back for City. Strike from him. It's not great. It's high, it's wide, and it'll be a goal kick to Manchester United. My take on it was that Sterling ran into him. I mean, there wasn't really anywhere Fred could go. So, yeah, look, the ref didn't think it was a penalty. VAR looked at it, they didn't think it was a penalty. So, the decision is no penalty. Ryan Clark, how are you, mate? United go short with the goal kick. Maguire has it now. Clock ticks to 25 minutes. Luke Shaw. Up the line to Rashford. Martial. A bit sloppy from Fred. Gives the ball away, and Stones has it now for City. Zinchenko. Back to Rodri. Rodri to Cancelo. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Not much on for him, so he rolls it across to Rodri. Diaz out to Raheem Sterling. What did you guys think of the incident? I mean, I've given you my view. I'd love to know what you guys thought about it. How am I feeling? Angry, George. Still angry, mate. Very, very angry. Mahrez. He cuts inside now. Slips the ball down the line looking for Gabriel Jesus. Lindelof tracks him. Jesus turns back inside. To De Bruyne. Back out to Cancelo. Down the line to Mahrez. Good defending that by Luke Shaw. Steps across the front of Riyad Mahrez and allows it to go behind for a goal kick. Jurgen Klopp said that Liverpool should have won versus Fulham and that they were good in the final third. Wrong, and wrong. I'm sorry. I can't take managers coming out and talking nonsense. We were shy. We created fuck all. We forced Areola into one good save from Jota, and he needs to question why in and around the final third, week in and week out, we're creating nothing. So I'm sorry, but if that is what he said and I haven't had a chance to see it, I massively disagree, and I think he's just papering over cracks and he needs to start calling players out. I know he needs to keep them on side for the Champions League and all that, but they're letting him down massively. Cancelo. Mahrez. Mahrez, ball across. Strike again, it's blocked by United. City have it back though. Ball in. Maguire drops. Fernandes now to Fred. Fred works it out, but he's fouled. That'll be a free kick to United. Mahrez. Cancelo. Diaz. Zinchenko up the line to Sterling. United win it back though in midfield to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes switches to play across left hand side. Rashford gives it back to Luke Shaw. Ball in field to Fred. Back to Rashford. McTominay, he feeds it out left hand side. Fernandes now. 15 minutes to go in the first half. United lead by that Bruno Fernandes goal after a couple of minutes. Do I watch the Sidemen? Little bits and pieces. I don't watch a lot of YouTube stuff because I don't have much spare time other than making the content. But my daughter's a huge fan of the Sidemen, and I've seen some of the stuff. It's hilarious. .31.5 minutes gone, still 1-0. I've explained Dewey why I'm leaving thing a lot, mate. I can't keep going back over it. It's not fair to people who are tuning in to see content, buddy. I've put it out on Twitter. I've explained it in 2 videos. It's yeah, I don't want to keep going over it, mate. I just want to enjoy the few months that I've got left. Thank you, Ross Cavan. I appreciate it, mate. 13 to go here in the first half. United have managed City quite well, actually, to be fair. I mean, obviously, aside with the quality City have, will have moments, but I think United have done well to keep the ball as much as they have. They've asked questions of Manchester City at times as well. Yeah, it's been an interesting derby so far. The first 32.5 minutes. Maguire picks up a yellow card there, by the way, for United. Ball down the line. Zinchenko. Free kick to United. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. What happened? I don't have Twitter. Again, I made a video about it, mate. Check last night's preview video, about 25 minutes in. Mahrez. Infield to Rodri. Rodri out right hand side to Cancelo. De Bruyne. He switches it out left hand side. Raheem Sterling now. He has a run at the United defence. Tries to feed the ball down the line. Overhits it. It'll go behind for United. Goal kick. Ball goes out there for a City throw-in. Oh, sorry, excuse me, United throw-in. Apologies. I didn't realise Fred played it off a City player. Shaw to take the throw-in left-hand side. I lost my partner of 30 years recently. I'm so sad to hear that, Roger. And if it's possibly like you in Sheffield United way to help me overcome the loneliness, you're like a visiting friend. Mate, I'm glad that you can come in here and have a chat with us, mate, but I'm sincerely so sorry about the loss of your partner. No worries, Austin. No worries, man. I'm yeah, I promised I'd be doing the game and I'll always stick to my word, buddy. De Bruyne now. To Rodri. Back to De Bruyne. Don't forget, folks, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button to help us push on towards 15k. Appreciate all your support. Gundogan now. Nice ball between the line, looking for Sterling, but Dean Henderson comes out and claims it. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the first half at the Etihad. Rodri. Rashford has it back for United, but it breaks to De Bruyne. Referee plays an advantage here as Rodri's brought down. Gundogan, he goes out left hand side. Jesus, back to Gundogan. To De Bruyne, back out left hand side. There's a collision there in the box, but we play on. Stones has it now for City. He rolls it across to Ruben Diaz. Zinchenko. De Bruyne now, left hand side, rolls it back inside to Zinchenko. He switches to play across to John Stones on this right hand side. Mahrez feeds the ball infield. Rodri back to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez, quick footwork from him. Gundogan has it. Strike again. Not much power behind the shot, and it's straight at a grateful Dean Henderson. Jesus. Back to De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus again. He steps across. Has a strike. It's blocked. Good defending that by McTominay. Second ball breaks though to John Stones. He goes out to Cancelo. Cancelo fires it into Rodri, but United have turned it over now. Fernandes has it. He cuts inside, tries to pick out Anthony Martial. It's not a great ball and it's intercepted. And Zinchenko now has it left side for Manchester City. Gundogan. Rodri. Ball down the line. Gabriel Jesus. City have it back. Gundogan. They've ratcheted up the pressure here a little bit in the last 10 minutes or so, but United's defence still holding firm. Gabriel Jesus. Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Again, across to John Stones. Stones turns back in field, gives it to Rodri. Good turn by Gundogan. It's an awful ball by him though, and very easily defended by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but again City have it back. De Bruyne. Sterling. Back to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, ball infield. 1-2 at Rodri. De Bruyne now. Cross in. Good defending by Maguire. Jesus was waiting there, thought he was going to have a tap-in header, but Maguire manages to get a flick on it. Now United have it with Anthony Martial. He spins and plays a nice ball into Fernandes. Back to Anthony Martial. He gives it to Bruno Fernandes. United just look to take the sting out of it for a minute and calm it down a little bit. McTominay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ball up the line to Dan James, who flicks it in nicely to Anthony Martial. Martial gets his head up. Plays a lovely crossfield switch actually to Marcus Rashford. Rashford slips the ball down the line looking for Fred. It's well defended though by John Stones, and he has it back for Manchester City. Stones plays a long clearance. It's gone past Maguire. It's with Bruno Fernandes. He's fouled by Gabriel Jesus. That'll be a free kick to United, pretty much on the halfway line. Sorry folks, apologies, I'm just replying to someone's important message. Rodri, I'm sure, he's fouled. Free kick, middle of the pitch. I've never been watching Craig for so many months. I'm really going to miss him. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you being here watching. Hey, we've gone up another 100 subs as well. Thank you, folks. Oh, we aren't getting top 4, Evan. There's not a hope we're getting top 4, mate. That ship has sailed. Free kick here now to Manchester City. It is in shooting range for Kevin De Bruyne, about 25 or so yards out. Ian Henderson setting his wall. De Bruyne. Strike. It's over the bar. He says there was a touch. Referee agrees. Sorry, my telly's about to go into standby. Hang on. There you go. Did it take a touch? I think... Did it take a touch? They claim Henderson got a little hand on it, but it's a corner to Manchester City anyway. Corner in, it's headed away by Harry Maguire. Drops to John Stones now. He plays the ball back up the line to Riyad Mahrez, but Luke Shaw does well to defend that. And it's hooked away then by Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Rashford. It's given back to Manchester City though. Gundogan. Good defender from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who eventually plays it out off John Stones, and it'll be a throw in. A minute and a bit away from half time here in the Manchester Derby. Manchester City 0, Manchester United 1. Rodri. Fernandes. To Dan James. Good burst of pace here from Dan James down this right hand side. Now it's about finding the right ball. He lays it out to Rashford. Rashford cuts inside, rolls it across to Fernandes. Good footwork from him. His pass is overhit though, and it'll go behind for a City goal kick. Mahrez. Oh, ball across there, right across the 6 yard box. Jesus came diving in at the far post and he can't get a connection, but that's a warning. Oh, inches. Gabriel Jesus actually collided with the post. It was one of those, I don't know if it was a shot or a cross, but I think, did Henderson get a touch on that? If he did, it's a good save. Hang on. No, he didn't. Just goes a yard wide of the post and Gabriel Jesus can't stretch and get there. So, as it stands, it looks like United will be going into half-time with that 1-goal lead intact. There was 1 minute of time added on. We've almost had that played now. Fernandez. Ball up the line. Martial. It's blocked. Referee blows up for half time. Dan James wanted a free kick on the edge of the box. Referee said no and he blows it up for half time. Right, folks, half time at the Etihad. Manchester City 0, Manchester United 1. That goal came after a couple of minutes via a Bruno Fernandes penalty after a very silly challenge by Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty area. No doubt about the penalty. Fernandes stepped up, tucked it away, and it's 1-0 to United as things stand. Let me know your thoughts in the chat, ladies and gents. Right, what have we got in the chat? Are you moving here after Anfield Agenda leave? Nah, I'll be staying here in Ireland, mate. The plan to move was if I had got a full time and I had it worked out for me on that side. But look, shit happens. As I've always said from day one, I have no divine right to earn a living from this industry. It's a tough industry. Very few people make it full time. And for me, time had just ran out. But I'm not sad about it. I'm happy that I've got the experiences I've had, that I get to see out the last few months, and I get to enjoy the time with you guys. So I ain't one bit sad about any of it, and I wouldn't change any experience I've had for the world. Making content over the last 5 years, 2 years via podcast, 3 years on YouTube, has made me a better human being, a better person, a better man, a better father, a better husband than I thought I'd ever be. A more loving person, a more empathetic person, and you guys have taught me so much that I carry on with me for the rest of my life, and I can never repay you guys for that. But is Anfield Agenda a sinking ship? Not at all, man. That channel's absolutely flying and will continue to fly. The channel go nowhere. That channel's on the up and up. It's been named the fastest growing fan channel in the world year on year by American Gambler magazine. The channel is hot property, I promise you. And I want to get to 100,000 subscribers before the season's out, because I want to. That will be my way to go out on a high and say thank you to Connor, get him the YouTube silver play button, and then let the next generation come through. The channel's going nowhere. That channel is hot property. I'm telling you. It is, it's going nowhere. Right, what have you got? Craig, when you leave, will you be on the Discord? Absolutely, folks. I'll be staying in contact with all you guys, 100%. I'll be on Twitter. I'll be in that Discord group. I'll be doing. I'll be the same old me. You'll still be able to call me a bald nonce or have a bit of fun with me or whatever it might be. I meant you make a new channel or staying here. Oh no, I'll be just walking away from everything, mate. All content. Maybe keep the podcast on as a hobby, just the audio version, but nah, look, I've explained it. Please don't make me keep going back over it, because I've explained it as well as I can, and I don't want to be in any way negative or sad about what I want to look forward, be positive and enjoy my time. Great guy. Really like your outlook on football. You're unbiased. You say it as it is. United fan. You have my utmost respect. Much love, mate. What'll happen to Mundo Sporto? It'll stay exactly as it is, man. Mundo Sporto has always been something that we've wanted to, obviously, cover non-Liverpool games, but I wanted it to be a platform for good up-and-coming young YouTubers like Jack Gill, um, like Corey from the West Ham Way, like Dave Azzopardi, like Matt Haig from Talking, or from excuse me, the Spurs channel, like Lee Chappie, like it'll be here and it will always be here. It's always been made as a platform for the next generation of talent to come through, and that's what we want to do. I'll be still helping out behind the scenes, nurturing that talent, trying to bring it through, advising in any way I can. I just can't go through another year of being reported to the social welfare, having the tax man reported at me, fighting a case with my family for stuff that's complete bullshit, and of course was cleared of because we've done nothing wrong. But my wife can't take it anymore, and those people have driven her to lose too much sleep, and I made her a promise. And like I've kept my promises to you guys, I'll keep my promise to my wife. And the promise was, if we get to the end of the season and I can go full time and self-employed, I'll do it. If not, she can't, and rightly so, take any more of it, and she shouldn't have to. So yeah, that's that, and that's it. And please don't make me explain it again. I want to talk football. Disappointed from the game earlier, fuming, Huey mate, fuming from that. Prediction for this game, it's a tough one to predict actually, because both sides have had their moments there. Like United have had to soak it up a bit, but they've also created some on the counter. So I can see 2 more goals in this game if I'm being honest. Thank you, Aideen. Do you think City might make a comeback? That's what I'm saying. I can see a couple more goals in this. I just can't say whether it'll be 2 to one side or 1 each, but I have a feeling we ain't finished with the scoring in this one. Thank you, Manchester United fan. Appreciate that. What's your prediction for Wednesday against Leipzig? A win, hopefully. A draw. Anything that gets us into the quarterfinals, mate. That's my prediction. Hopefully just a spot in the quarterfinals. Uh, 2-1 you're going for in the Liverpool Leipzig game. I'll take that in a heartbeat. What have we got? Who would you want to win today? Look, I'm a neutral. As I said, I come on here and call these games neutrally. I mean, if we had a won today, I'd probably have been hoping for a City win to try and get Liverpool to claw their way back into a top 4 race, but that's gone. That's out the window now. So I'm just here to watch the game, and may the best team win, whoever that may be, and I'll just call it as I see it, as always. Um, do you know City are on the verge of beating all-time consecutive wins record in all competitions? They've been a machine this year, mate, and they deserve credit for that. They have. I said this before in another watch along, that, or maybe it was on Twitter actually. They have a look in their eye that they look like they're gonna find a way. Now today they look like they're being frustrated by a United team who are set up very well after getting that early goal and can hurt them at pace with counter attacks. So the old cliche, I suppose, applies in this one, doesn't it? The next goal's huge. Love watching the videos from Greece. Thank you, man. Lots of love to Greece as well. What are you going to do with all your gear when you're done? No idea. I haven't thought that far ahead. Keep my iMac, obviously, because it's a nice computer. But, don't know. Haven't thought about it, mate. Maybe give it to a local charity to set up, I don't know, a podcast, or something to one of the local youth groups where they can use the equipment and teach people how to make podcasts or audio stuff, and maybe I can help out with that. I don't know. I'd like to do something positive anyway. I try to be a positive person after being somebody who had so many years of anger and I was a very angry dude for many years. So I'll try to be a positive influence on my community if I can, and if I can help with that type of stuff, happy to do it. Sorry, folks. Have you got a new job? No, I can't work, man. I'm on disability allowance. I've been on disability allowance for years. I've got Asperger's and suffer with generalized anxiety disorder. That means I don't go outside very much. And I've been on antidepressants and other medication for quite a long time. And this was my crack at starting a business. This was my hope that actually at the start I never thought it would possibly become a business, but as Anfield Agenda grew, I had hoped that maybe it could become a business, and so yeah, no, I'll just go back to the same old life. Though I think United will win. They're in a very good spot right now. If they can, as I said, I know it's a cheesy cliche, but the next goal really is important. If United get it, I can see them going on to finish this game off, even with City pulling one back. But if it goes to 1-1, then it's a matter of, will City settle for that? Will United settle for that? It genuinely is very intriguingly poised. Sorry, folks. I'm replying to somebody on Twitter. It's a very important message, so I'm sorry. I'm looking away for little seconds. There we go. Was a clear pen? Yes, it was. No doubt about the penalty. It takes a big man to admit that, Craig. Didn't expect that. I know exactly how you feel, dude. Look, man, that's life. I've been through worse in my life, as I said to you guys before. Um, Both my parents were alcoholics. My mother committed suicide. My father drank himself to death. I'm an only child. Um, I've been through shit in my life, like, and that's important stuff. That's defining stuff. This is all stuff I'm proud of rather than sad of. So I've learned so much from my time on here as a person, and I'll carry that forward in the rest of my life. And I don't dwell on negatives. I try and be positive and look forward and see how I can be a positive influence on others. And that's all I can do, and be able to look myself in the mirror as I walk past it. And sorry, I'm not upset. I genuinely have a hair in my eye there. Yeah, that's it. I'm a positive person, and I'll carry on to be a positive person. Which three players would you like to see come to Liverpool? Well, look, in the unrealistic world, Mbappe, Haaland, Varane maybe, but realistically, Neto, Rafinha, um, Calais Carr seems to be the centre back Klopp wanted. Um, you need to replace Genie, so I don't know whether that's going to be somebody like Renato Sanchez, a new house, or Rodrigo de Paul, or somebody else who we haven't been linked with yet. Isn't it a piss you off more if United win today? I'm a neutral, mate. I've no horse in this race. I'm just here to call the game neutrally and give people that can't watch the game an option to at least get some audio commentary of what's going on. And and again, I'm a football fan, so I watch loads and loads and loads of football. When I finish on here today, I'll probably watch more football for the rest of the evening, albeit on the sofa relaxing. But no, I just love the sport, mate. It's I watch as many games as I can. I usually watch at least 15 games a week. we're almost about to get on the way here in the second half in a couple of moments, ladies and gentlemen. So give me your score predictions as well. Craig just wants to know we'll always be here for you. You always have been, folks. And you know what? As I said, I'll carry that with me forever. Never forget that. I like the sport, but not the refs. I hear you on that one, Jackie. I hear you on that one. Do I watch Serie A, League? Did you mean League there? And La Liga? La Liga, absolutely, man. Have La Liga TV. One of my idol in broadcasting is Graham Hunter, who I'm lucky enough to call a friend. So yeah, I watch a lot of La Liga, mate. Every chance I get. Serie A, not so much, if I'm being honest. French stuff, I watch a bit of. Would watch a good bit of the Bundesliga. Gonna miss you more entertaining than Redmen TV. Well, yeah, I am. I'll give myself that one. I'm not saying I'm better, but I definitely think I'm entertaining at times. But Redmen TV do great work as well, to be fair. You're always Mundo Spectacular. There you go, man. The song's going off in my head again. Right, look. Teams are coming out here for the second half at the Etihad, folks. United with that 1-0 lead. Let's see if they can see it out. And again, if you do enjoy the streams, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. And let's see what this second 45 minutes has for us. Right, Gabriel Jesus going to be kicking off the second half. And we're underway. City immediately knocking the ball about. Moving it across from Diaz to John Stones on that right hand side. Zinchenko. Ball back inside. Zinchenko goes back to Diaz. What's my thoughts on losing 6 straight games at Anfield? There probably isn't a word, mate, that can express my disappointment and frustration. If English team win the Premier League and Europa League and Champions League can push down to 5th, who do you really think chances of qualifying? It would have to be a team outside the top 4 that wins the Champions League, mate, for us to get into it. So, I mean, I don't think there's a route into us from the league, if I'm being honest. It has to be either win the Champions League or go into next season without Champions League football, which is the far more likely are the 2 options. United switch the play across now to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He launches it forward, but it's straight to Diaz, who knocks it infield to Rodri. Rodri now switches the play out right hand side. Cancelo. Out now to Mahrez. Mahrez back to Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri. Zinchenko. Raheem Sterling. Gundogan tries a little 1-2, but McTominay intercepts and wins it back for United. Rashford now. He goes down, but referee says no, get back up. Mahrez has it now for City. 1-2, strike. Did that clip the top of the bar? I think it did from Rodri, Guardiola has his head in his hands. I think Rodri's just smashed that one off the top of the bar. We'll know more in a second when we see the replay, but Rashford felt he was fouled. Referee waved play on. Mahrez then played it into Jesus, who cushioned it off to Rodri. He side foots it, and yep, it hits the angle of crossbar and post, and that goes down as a good chance missed there for Manchester City. There was no way Henderson was getting to it. Free kick here now to City again. This time it's got McTominay, who's judged to have fouled. It's a free kick that's kind of on the 90-degree angle left hand side of the Manchester United penalty area. Actually, it's a bit wider than I first expected. It's about 3 or 4 yards left of that 90-degree angle that I spoke about. There's the next door neighbour's dog out as well, just for a little laugh to wind me up at the barking. Right, De Bruyne over the free kick, Zinchenko over it as well. Zinchenko it is that crosses it straight into the arms of Dean Henderson. Easy enough for the Manchester United keeper there. Can anybody else hear the dog, or is it just me? Like, I'm alright, Prov, mate. How are you? Nice to see you in. Good work here, left hand side by Luke Shaw. Nice chest control, takes him in field. Slips the ball down the line out to Rashford. Rashford back to Shaw. Shaw, strike. It's 2-0 Manchester United. And that is a very, very, very good goal. And it all comes because of Luke Shaw. He started the attack with a brilliant bit of chest control that took him inside past the Manchester City player. Carried his run down the line. Played a little 1-2 at Marcus Rashford. Got the ball back. Shifted it onto his left foot. A quick low strike across. Left the keeper no chance. So here it is. Henderson throws the ball out. It's a beautiful piece of ingenuity from Shaw to chest it in field. Then he runs and runs. Picks out the ball to Rashford. He's onside. No worries about that. Lays the ball off. Then Rashford looks up. Gives it back to Shaw. Shaw takes a second. Takes a touch. Bang. Straight into the corner. 2-0. That is a quality goal from Luke Shaw. And deserves all the credit for that. He started it and he finished it. It's a very good goal from the Manchester United left back. Did say to you guys, the next goal going to be very, very important. United have got that goal, and I feel like now I would be surprised if they don't go on to see this out, even if City pull one back. But that is a very, very good goal from Luke Shaw. Credit where it's due. You know, hurts me to say that, but I promised you my honest opinion, and that was top notch. City have a back now, though. Henderson fires the ball straight to Raheem Sterling. Gundogan, Zinchenko, Rodri, out left hand side to Gabriel Jesus. Good tackle from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and it goes out for a throw in. Yeah, it was just a quality goal, Brian, wasn't it? I mean, he started it and finished it. It was the little chest touch inside for me that did it. Like, that was just that's full back play, top notch. Like, and then finished it off as well with a very tidy strike past Ederson. You just got to say well done. That was a goal that, you know, you can't really even question the defending on. It was all about the attack and move. Yabba dabba do. You know, it is simply unbelievable. Said gents, thank you for the super chat, mate. Sterling now cuts inside. He has a strike, but it's straight at Dean Henderson again. Easy enough for the Manchester United keeper to deal with. Hey, relax now with that. Someone there saying I'm changing from Liverpool to United. Hang on there, fella, now. You know what I mean? So weird not watching Craig commenting on Liverpool. Well, I hope you at least will allow me the fact, Brian, or Barry, that I am being completely fair in my commentary. I'm calling things exactly as I see them, mate. That's one thing I've always tried to do on this channel is, you know, push aside my own club allegiances and call the game straight down the middle. Cancelo now. Tries the ball up the line, but it's blocked by Luke Shaw. Ruben Diaz now. Rodri. Across to Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes out left hand side. Sterling. Back to Zinchenko. Gundogan. Ball in field to De Bruyne. Back to Zinchenko. I'll tell you interestingly what this might do though, apart from the league, which look, let's be honest, City are probably going to go and win. This might give other clubs a blueprint in the Champions League of how to go about stopping Manchester City. Martial, ball out left side to Fernandes. He fires a ball in front to Dan James, who nods it into the path of Marcus Rashford. Rashford slips. It was almost a good ball through, but in fairness, it was well defended by John Stones. He tried to pick out the run of Dan James. Very close to pulling it off, but it was a good piece of interception by John Stones. And then Manchester City have it centre of the pitch. Hi Craig, love the jumper you're wearing. Cheers. It's actually a really old one. It's a Reebok one I bought in, I think I bought it in America about 4 years ago, if my memory's right. De Bruyne. He slips a ball in out to Jesus. Turns back into traffic. He should have had a strike earlier than that. De Bruyne pulled back across and United clear it. Why didn't Gabriel Jesus open up his body and have a strike there? Rodri has it in the centre of the pitch now for City. To Mahrez. United have it back to Bruno Fernandes. He tries an outside of the foot pass looking for Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes past Diaz. He's out wide though. He's looking for support. Plays the ball infield to Fernandes. Fernandes, again, he's a little bit isolated, so gives it out to Rashford. Back to Bruno Fernandes. United try a little triangle. Doesn't work out. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka is now caught out of position. But that will be a free kick to City for a handball that stopped the counter-attack. Cheers, Chris. Appreciate that, mate. And look, I'd enjoy if it was the other way around as well, man. I won't lie, I'd be enjoying if United were falling apart, but you know, that's natural. That's built into us, mate, isn't it? But I appreciate that the kind words. Martial spins away well. Good strength as well shown by him. Gets past the second challenge. Picks out Dan James now. James, he should have pulled that back to Bruno Fernandes. He's seen the headlines. He got greedy. Even Martial pissed off at him on the far side. It was a great bit of work by Anthony Martial. Got past 2 attempted fouls. Spreads it out to Dan James, right hand side. He should have pulled that back to Bruno Fernandes. He would have had acres of space on the edge of the box. But as it is, it's a Manchester United corner. 10 minutes gone in the second half and they lead by 2-0. Opinions on Shaw. He's always been a good fullback, but this season has really been a real breakthrough season for him. Like, maybe it's Telesh coming in, maybe putting a bit of pressure on him, whatever it is, but he's definitely having the best season I've seen him having it in a Manchester United shirt. Ball in, headed away to near post by De Bruyne. Fred. Aaron Wan-Bissaka fires a diagonal ball out, but there's nobody there and it goes straight at the play. It'll be a throw in. De Bruyne. Gundogan. Out to Mahrez now. Back to Cancelo. Manchester City players getting each other's way. It's back with Rodri now. Zinchenko. Zinchenko fires it out left hand side to Raheem Sterling. He cuts inside looking to get past Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who stands his ground. He times his tackle well and gives it to Fernandes, but then City intercept and win it back. Gundogan. Ederson claims that one. Just about to head towards the hour mark here, folks. United with a 2-goal cushion. Is Manchester City's winning streak coming to an end? It certainly looks that way as things stand. You follow the Instagram. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. Shaw's about to pick himself up a yellow now for body checking Riyad Mahrez as you try to go around the outside. One of those that you say you have to take one for the team. Again, just looking at that cross in, it was an interception. It was a bit of a fluffed header from Martial, wasn't it? That fell rather kindly then for Ederson. Sterling. Back to Zinchenko. Diaz. Out right hand side now to John Stones. Stones carries it forward. Well intercepted by Fred. Fred feeds it now to Anthony Martial. He turns back into trouble. He's dispossessed. Referee says fairly. De Bruyne now for City. Moves it out left hand side to Sterling. Sterling again up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Goes round the outside. But Wan-Bissaka yet again blocks the cross. He is, I've said it before and I'm going to repeat it, he's one of the best one-on-one fullbacks you'll see around. Always either stops the cross or makes the tackle. Very rarely people get past them. Corner here to Manchester City. De Bruyne to take it. Ball in. That's a set piece move to the edge of the box. Riyad Mahrez comes onto it, tries to catch it on the volley, can't get over the top of the ball, and it goes high over Dean Henderson's crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick to United. Looking again at Luke Shaw's goal, it was a class finish. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now, right hand side. City have it back though with Rodri across to Gundogan. Gundogan's dispossessed now. That dog next door really needs to shut up. Rashford. He's dispossessed. Now Cancelo carries it forward for City. Ball into the right hand channel for Gabriel Jesus. Jesus back inside to João Cancelo. Fucking hell, dog. Give it a break, will you, pal? It's like a Kango hammer in my head. Zinchenko. Stones. Again, don't forget folks, today's game has been brought to you with thanks to our sponsors, the OneFootball app. Without the OneFootball app, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So if you haven't already downloaded it, please use the link in the description or go to either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. It's a completely free app. It's got everything you need. Fixtures, results, transfer gossips, statistics, up-to-date team news, video content, all under one fantastic app. That, look, I think it's probably the most popular football app in the world at this point, and certainly everybody that I know loves it and uses it. So if you want to join the cool kids, download the OneFootball app from either the link in the description. That lets them know we sent you, and it does help out because, you know, it helps us keep that relationship with the OneFootball app. And again, massive thank you to them for sponsoring our watch-alongs. "28 minutes to go here at the Etihad. City 0, Manchester United 2. Kyle Walker now about to come on for City. Martial has it though, left side of the Manchester City penalty area. He backhills it to Bruno Fernandes. Ball inside though, it's intercepted by Sterling. De Bruyne now. De Bruyne races away. He's got many options. He's only got Mahrez out right hand side. Feeds it to him. It's Jesus. Apologies. Gabriel Jesus. He pulls it across. The ball stays in play, and Harry Maguire carries it out for Manchester United. Maguire now rolls the ball across to Fernandes. Fernandes just looking to take the pace out of the game a little bit. Goes back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He goes back to Lindelof. Fred. Dean Henderson now. He calmly rolls the ball out to Maguire. Maguire out left hand side to Luke Shaw. Martial. Back to Shaw. McTominay. He turns, bit of space ahead of him. He runs into it. Goes out left hand side. Marcus Rashford. Martial goes on the overlap. Rashford cuts inside. Gives it out then to Martial. He goes past one player. Tries a little 1-2 at Rashford. Ball breaks back to Rashford. His attempt to pass is intercepted, and now Manchester City have it with Zinchenko. Ederson. He flicks it out right hand side to João Cancelo. Mahrez. Gundogan now on the break. Zinchenko goes on the overlap left hand side. He feeds it out to him. Zinchenko back to Gundogan. Zinchenko, ball in field to De Bruyne. He fires the ball into Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez now looking for that strike on his left foot. Rolls it out. Ball across from Gabriel Jesus. Again, it's another half cross, half shot, and it goes harmlessly behind for Manchester United goal kick. Wasn't great there, was it? From Gabriel Jesus, to be honest. Now on comes Kyle Walker to replace João Cancelo. 25 minutes to go here in this one at the Etihad. Mate, I don't run the Anfield Agenda Instagram account, so I won't see it. So, Connor takes care of the Instagram account. McTominay. Ball out left hand side to Luke Shaw. Maguire. McTominay. Maguire again. He rolls it across to Lindelof now. Back inside to Scott McTominay. Fred. Nice ball to Fernandes. Fernandes little outside of the foot. Scoopy dink out left hand side to Luke Shaw. Shaw now has options left and right. Goes left hand side to Marcus Rashford. Back to Fred. Fernandes. Out to Rashford. Shaw. Nice little triangle there. Rashford goes back to Maguire. Fred. He plays the ball out off Riyad Mahrez, and that'll be United throw in on the halfway line left hand side. How do I think United are playing? Professionally. They're managing the game, mate. That's a compliment. I mean, they're limiting what City can do to them. They're taking the sting out of it when they need to. They got that second goal from a great break from Luke Shaw, and I think are deserving of their lead. City have huffed and puffed, but they've flattered to deceive really when it counted in the final third. Dan James gets body checked there. Referee will blow that for a free kick. Zinchenko stops him very similarly to how Luke Shaw stopped Mahrez at the other side. So surely a yellow ref. Surely. If we're being consistent here in the decision making. Yet to see the yellow, but it's very similar to Luke Shaw who blocked off Mahrez. We're back on the way, so no yellow. And it looks like Phil Foden's getting ready to come on for Manchester City. Maguire now carries the ball into the City half, goes past three players, feeds it out to Rashford. Rashford inside to Anthony Martial. Good bit of footwork by him, frees up a yard of space. Fires it into Rashford, back to Martial. Fernandes breaks to Rashford. Oh, why didn't he take a shot? He tried to pass it back to Martial, but United have it with Dan James here, right hand side. James under pressure from Sterling goes back to Scott McTominay. McTominay now inside to Fred. Fred to Fernandez. Fernandez goes one way, then the other. Gives it out to Rashford. Rashford was going to give it to Shaw, but cuts back and gives it to Fred. Fred to Scott McTominay. McTominay, he's... Oh, should have been 3-0. Should have been 3-0. Martial's missed the sitter 1-on-1. The referee played an excellent advantage because McTominay was fouled on the edge of the box and it was a definite free, but Anthony Taylor spotted that Martial was clean through 1-on-1 and it was a very tame shot down to Ederson's left. It was a fairly straightforward save for the keeper, but you got to say Martial should have buried that. That should have been 3-0. Shaw now with the corner for United, right hand side. It's a deep cross, too close to the City goalkeeper. Ederson comes and claims it and rolls it out quickly to Riyad Mahrez. It's a 4-on-3 here. United do well though, get bodies back. Good tracking back that by Marcus Rashford, and he plays it back to Dean Henderson, who launches it upfield. Zinchenko. Ball in field now to Gundogan. Zinchenko moves it out left hand side. Down the line now. Zinchenko pulls it back across, but Victor Lindelof is there to cut it out and puts it behind for a Manchester City corner. Yeah, cheers, I've with your leave Craig comment. Thanks, mate. Marcus Rashford getting a little bit of treatment here. I mean, I don't see why you need to be that much of a... I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to bite my tongue. 20 minutes to go here. It's looking like the 3 points are going back to Old Trafford. Where do you think Liverpool will finish this season? Dylan, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, mate. Honestly, I'm afraid to predict at this point. It looks like Rashford's... Well, he's at least gone off to the side of the pitch here. He seems to be hobbling. And Phil Foden has come on for Manchester City, by the way, in the meantime. He was saying leave Craig alone. Well, he forgot the entire last word. He just said leave Craig. So that's what I read, so that's what I see. Simples. Greenwood getting stripped, I think, getting ready to come on for United as well. Crossed in from Kevin De Bruyne, but again straight into the arms of Dean Henderson and very, very easy for the United keeper. What's my schedule for tomorrow, actually? So I can fill you guys in. I'll be doing the Chelsea-West Ham game here tomorrow, folks, on Mundo Sporto. I'll be live from 5:45, so I hope you can join me for that one. And then I'll be on Anfield Agenda for a late night agenda at 8:30 tomorrow night as well. So, again, the next game up here, I'll be doing Chelsea's game on here tomorrow. Hope you can join me for that one. And then I'll be over at 8:30 on Anfield Agenda for our late night agenda news show. Again, if you have enjoyed the stream, please do hit the subscribe button, folks. Drop a like on the video. Really appreciate your support as always. Gundogan. Again, Manchester City ball down the line comes to nothing. And this is, I think, where this is where Greenwood's going to come on. I don't know what was going on there between Solskjaer and Guardiola, but I think they seem to have sorted it out, whatever it was. No idea what was going on. Anthony said, subscribe, keep up the good work. Thank you, mate. Means a lot. It's Leeds versus West Ham, Craig. Maybe I just have the wrong fucking schedule done up on my phone, mate. What's on tomorrow? No, Chelsea-Everton. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. 6 o'clock game, Chelsea-Everton. I'll be on at 5:45 for that one. I'm not doing the Leeds-West Ham game. I'm doing Chelsea-Everton. Dan James now. Left-hand side for United. Fernandes tries a little chip over the top. Zinchenko's back there and he heads it back to Ederson. I have no idea about Mane, George. It would be unfair for me to speculate, pal. Gundogan. Back to Stones, to Diaz. Back in field to Gundogan. Nice little burst from him. He leaves the ball for Foden. Foden pokes the ball inside then. And gets it back. Phil Foden now. Space opens up in front of him. Fires the ball at left side. Ball across. Foden. Oh, that should have been 2-1. They missed a very, very good opportunity there again. Foden fired it across. It went wide, but it looked like maybe, was it Raheem Sterling could have got a touch? Let's have a look at it anyway. Rodri plays it into Foden. He fires the ball out to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez plays it down the line. It's picked out to Foden, and Foden flashes a shot. Not much Sterling could have done about it, to be fair. Foden controlled, turned, had a strike. I think it took a deflection off Lindelof, actually. I think they probably should have had a corner there, but it was given as a goal kick. And another City attack comes to nothing as we head into the final 15 minutes here at the Etihad. Manchester United lead by 2-0. Those goals scored by Bruno Fernandes via the penalty spot, and an absolutely excellent piece of play from Luke Shaw, capping off a move he started himself with a good finish to make it 2-0 to United. Wan-Bissaka now with the throw in to Fernandes. He's under pressure, gives it back to Lindelof. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ball's hooked across now to Luke Shaw. He's got Dan James ahead of him if he can pick the right ball and feed him through. Shaw decides to carry it himself though, and eventually runs out of pitch. It breaks to Fred. Fred heads it out to Dan James. He has it taken off now by Kyle Walker. Walker plays it straight out off the backside of Dan James, and that'll be a goal kick to City. Shaw's down injured actually. Anthony Taylor stops the watch to allow Manchester United's medical department to come on and tend to Luke Shaw's injury. One a finish, by the way, in the Madrid derby earlier on. Suarez given Atleti the lead, and then Karim Benzema pulled one back to make it 1-1 the 88th minute. Just looking through while Shaw's getting treatment here. Sociedad are 1-0 up against Levante. Any other major fixtures there? AC Milan won 2-0. That's about it, I think, really. Ajax won 3-1. As we said earlier, Rangers won the league. So congratulations to Steven Gerrard and that achievement up there. 30 minutes to go here. We're back on the way at the Etihad. Throw in right hand side. Kyle Walker to take it. Maguire with a good clearance there for United, but it falls to Zinchenko. He moves it out left hand side to Phil Foden. Again, nice play from City. Nice little triangle, fills up a bit. Frees up a bit of space for Riyad Mahrez. He switches the angle of play back across though to Ruben Diaz. Diaz goes out left to Foden. Foden back to De Bruyne. Infield now to Rodri. Rodri floats a little ball out right hand side to Kyle Walker. Walker pulls it back to Rodri, edge of the box. It's like he was waiting for an invitation to shoot and eventually tried to pass, but it was intercepted. City have it back though, right hand side with Walker again. Fires a cross in, and how on earth Raheem Sterling managed to shit the bed there, I will never know, because that was put on a play for him. Should have been 2-1. It was a great ball in from Walker. Sterling was onside and he just shit the bed. Simple as that. Just didn't judge the flight of the ball. It was a swing and a miss, as they say in baseball. Went between his legs. Look, it speaks for itself. You don't need me to explain it anymore. Hasn't scored in his previous 22 games against United. And looks like that run will continue after poor attempt like that. Henderson. He chips it out, but it's straight to Phil Foden. Sterling has it back now. Back in field to Ruben Diaz. Rodri, out left hand side. Foden tries the ball around the outside, but it goes straight through to Dean Henderson, who will take his time. Just wait till Sterling comes before he picks the ball up. And we're just about to head into the final 10 minutes here, folks, at the Etihad. It looks like the Manchester derby is going to end with a victory for United, unless City can pull a miracle out of the bag here in the last few minutes. And gotta say, I think it's a deserved win for Manchester United if they go on to win it, because City have huffed and puffed, but United have created better opportunities at times. Certainly got into better situations. Ball out left hand side now to Foden. Gundogan. Phil Foden. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan spreads it across right hand side. Walker. Mahrez. Gundogan. Back to Mahrez. Ball into Foden. Foden controls it. That's a good tackle again. First it was Mason Greenwood, then it was Aaron Wan-Bissaka who clears it when it looked like Phil Foden was about to bury that, in all honesty. It was a good piece of defending from two United players. Rodri switches the ball out right hand side now to Kyle Walker. City, in fairness to City, they are piling it on here, trying to get something. Ball fed through, but it's Harry Maguire who sticks out a leg, and Dan James now carries it away for United. Martial. Fernandes is in space on the right, he gets it. Greenwood comes on the overlap. Mason Greenwood now pulls the ball back. It'll go straight to a City player though, and City try and counter themselves now. Game's getting a bit stretched. Gundogan. Ball back inside to Rodri. Back to Gundogan. United have got bodies back at this point. Gundogan rolls it across to De Bruyne. Gundogan. Mahrez. Again, little triangle from City, but they're still trying to play their way through. Mahrez picks it up, edge of the penalty area, goes back to Rodri. Rodri out to Walker. Back to Gundogan. Kyle Walker, nothing on for him, so he goes back a bit further again. Cross comes in now from City. Stones puts his head on it, but it's never going to trouble the keeper, and it goes behind for another Manchester United goal kick. There's my next door neighbour's dog out again. McTominay to Fred. He gets bundled out of it. City have a chance now. Gundogan. Mahrez. They're trying to walk it into the net. Goes out right hand side to De Bruyne. De Bruyne now. Puts in a cross. It's headed away. Gundogan gets there. Ball go behind for a goal kick according to Anthony Taylor. Gundogan's absolutely fuming. Feels that he should have had a corner. Sterling, I think, saying there should have been a penalty. But, yeah, it's a goal kick. If Gundogan had tried to get a penalty, he should have went to ground when he got the touch. We've seen it with Sadio Mane recently as well. You ain't getting anything from Premier League referees if you don't go to ground. Let alone, I think it would have been very soft anyway. But 6 minutes to go, United 2-0 up. How impressed am I by Ole? Is he really so bad? I don't know, mate. I don't think too much about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, to be honest with you. But he's got his tactics spot on today. You can see that. That speaks for itself. De Bruyne with a cross in. Sterling again gets a free header, but this time he decides to just head it out for a goal kick for, you just save all the time of pretending to get a shot on target. So he just heads it 7 yards wide just because, that's what he does in most situations in the box. It was a great ball. It was an awful, awful attempt at a header from Sterling. Let's be fair, that was awful. That was more of a defensive header, cushioning it out than an attacking header. I don't even know what he was trying to do, to be honest with you. Ball up the line. Fred now. To Martial. Martial tries a little back flick, but it doesn't work out and it goes out for City throw in. 5 minutes to go. John Stones. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. If you have enjoyed the stream, please do hit that subscribe button before you head off and drop a like on the video. The ref today, Cube, was Anthony Taylor, mate, for this game. It's a free kick here to Manchester City, left-hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka did just mistime that challenge, and it was a foul on Phil Foden, so it'll be a chance for City to put a cross into the box. De Bruyne over it inside the final 4 minutes of normal time now. Cross in, again, easily dealt with by the United defence. It's Bruno Fernandes this time that heads it behind, and it'll be a corner to Manchester City. Again, ball in, and this time it's Gundogan that flicks it, and again, Stones was coming in at the far post, but just couldn't get that final touch. You have to say, as United have been impressive today and deservedly so, but City have had a few options there where they've been a half yard too slow or hasn't dropped for them. And again, you got to take your chances in this game, and United have taken theirs. Martial coming off now to be replaced by Nemanja Matic for the last 3 minutes here, just to shore up that midfield and see the game out. Thank you, Jack Keeney. Appreciate that, mate. So on comes Matic, as I said. Martial put in a good shift for United today. He should be happy with his performance. I'm sure his manager is as well. Henderson launches the goal kick long. It's headed away by Zinchenko. McTominay. It's flicked on by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Zinchenko knocks it on again. De Bruyne has it now. His touch is a little bit heavy and allows Victor Lindelof to slide in and put it out for a City throw-in. Zinchenko looking to get on with it quickly. Throws the ball back to Ruben Diaz across to John Stones. Stones now nowhere to go, so turns back and switches the angle across left-hand side. Zinchenko to Gundogan. Gundogan to De Bruyne. De Bruyne has a strike, and again, like many other attempts on goal today from City, it goes high and wide, nowhere near Dean Henderson's goal, and it will be yet another goal kick to Manchester United. Thank you, Paul Clips. Appreciate it, mate. "90 seconds of normal time to go here. Man of the match has been given to Anthony Martial by the folks at Sky Sports. Again, Henderson puts the goal kick out wide right, but it goes straight out for a throw-in. Zinchenko looking to get on with it quickly. Stones goes back to Ederson. Kyle Walker. Again, folks, just a reminder, I'll be back here in Mundo Sporto tomorrow at 5:45 for a watch along of the Chelsea game. I hope you can join me for that. And then 8:30 tomorrow night, I'll be back over in Anfield Agenda for a Liverpool news show for all you Liverpool fans out there. Hope you can come across and join me for that one as well. If you can sub to both channels, that'd really help. We passed 81,000 subs today on Anfield Agenda. Love to get to 100k before the season ends. And our goal on here is maybe try and get towards 20k as well, but we need your support to do it. We're just about to know how much additional time the ref's going to add on at the end of this one. McTominay with the ball for United. Matic fires one up the line for Aaron Wan-Bissaka the chase, but Ederson comes and puts his boot through and launches it long. What have we got now for additional time? Just waiting to see the board. 5 minutes of additional time, folks. 5 minutes. Dan James now in a foot race down that left side with John Stones. Brings it out to the corner flag, as you'd expect. Ball goes out though. It will be a Manchester City throw-in. Right, folks, just a reminder before we finish up today as well. Today's watch along was brought to you and sponsored by our good friends at the OneFootball app. If you haven't downloaded the app, there is a link in the description of the stream, or just go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. The OneFootball app's your one-stop shop for all things football related. It's my go-to for team news, break and transfer stories, little bits of video footage, everything you need for your club and the wider footballing world. It is the best football app out there, bar none, and it's entirely free. So massive thank you to the guys, the OneFootball app. You'll see them sponsoring many more watch-alongs here on Mundo Sporto as well. Without those guys, we wouldn't be able to continue to do it. So thank you to those guys, and again, if you can, please use the link in the description to go and download the app. It's entirely free. We're 1.5 minutes into the additional 5 here at the Etihad, and you know, it's fair to say United will be taking the 3 points here. Wan-Bissaka to Matic. De Bruyne spreads it across to Walker, right hand side. Ball flicked over the top. Maguire gets the shout to leave it go, and that'll be a goal kick to United as we're inside the 3rd minute of the 5 added on by Anthony Taylor. Somebody did ask about the app. It's completely free. It's the OneFootball app. This app here on the screen right now. It's completely free. That's what makes it such unbelievable value to me. Like it's such a good app, and for it to be entirely free, yeah, it's the best app. I used to use a different football app until my friends put me onto the OneFootball app, and I've been using it ever since. It's class. 2.5 minutes to go. United about to make another change. Brandon Williams about to come on to replace Bruno Fernandes. Obviously, Fernandes, the scorer of United's first goal from the penalty spot, and the second one tucked away nicely by Luke Shaw, a move that he started and finished. And thank you, the City stand. Very, very nice of you, mate. Sterling now. Rodri. Ball in field. City work it out right hand side. Bit of a ricochet though. United have it left side. City players come in. They collide with the ball and it goes out. And it'll be a Manchester United throw in. Excuse me. Bit of a hiccup, folks. Excuse me. Right, throw in taken by United. It's flicked on. City have it back though on the halfway line. They roll it across to Zinchenko. We've now had 4 minutes of the additional 5. There will probably be another 30 seconds or so for a change. Foden. Zinchenko. It's blocked. It's hooked away by Fred. McTominay. He has this possessed by Rodri. Rodri switches it out right hand side to Walker. He heads it down to Riyad Mahrez, but good work from Dan James, pinches his pocket. And now he cuts inside. Dan James got Greenwood out wide right if he needs him. Plays it out to Mason Greenwood. United have men over on the left. Greenwood plays a searching ball looking for Brandon Williams. Walker lets it go out and it'll go behind for a City goal kick. But, you know, we're inside the final 20 seconds of what was the 5 minutes. But I think there was a substitution during that, so we'll probably see another 30 seconds or so in this one. No, I'm not doing that live later on, Rian. This is me done for the day. Ball ricocheted there off the referee, so he will drop the ball down to Manchester City. Right, Gundogan has it. We've had 13 seconds over the 5 minutes so far. Sterling. It's intercepted by Maguire. He then gives the ball back away. City work it out left hand side to Foden. Gundogan. Gundogan rolls it out right hand side to Mahrez. Mahrez with a strike straight at Dean Henderson, who puts 2 strong hands at it. And then City strike and they kick it off their own player. Everyone's appealing for everything here. United wants something, City wants something, but the referee's giving a corner in the end. Again, we've almost played 6 minutes now of additional time. Right, Anthony Taylor signals to get on with the corner. Ball's crossed in. It's headed away by United. Anthony Taylor puts the whistle to his lips. And Manchester United have gone to the Etihad, ended Manchester City's winning streak, got themselves 3 well-deserved points. Really appreciate you guys for being with us. And again, a massive thank you to the good folks of the OneFootball app who are our sponsors today. You can download the OneFootball app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. There's a link in the description. It's the best football app out there. Your one-stop shop for all your football needs. Latest news, league tables, transfer gossip, press conferences, everything that you need. I'll be back tomorrow, folks, for a watch along of Chelsea's game. Thank you for joining me. Please do hit that subscribe button before you head off and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care.